At the University of Calgary, our sustainability strategy is so important to us, and it is guided by 3 pillars:
advancing sustainability education and research, engagement for sustainability, and sustainability in administration and operations. When we first heard about Bee City Canada's Bee Campus designation, right away we knew that it aligned perfectly with our values. I want to highlight 3 programs in greater detail that we are really proud of. These programs would not have been possible without a number of students, campus partners, and researchers who heard the buzz around campus and committed themselves to our cause. First, I want to talk about our campus community garden, run by the Office of Sustainability in partnership with the student-led garden club. The campus community garden has been in operation since 2001 and currently has 62 different gardening plots, as well as some larger community spaces that are tended to by the garden club. The garden is an organic garden, and we are so pleased to say that we don't use any synthetic fertilizers, herbicides, or pesticides. Keeping the garden organic makes it a much safer place for all our native pollinators. The garden also features 2 large raised beds planted solely with native wildflowers. This creates the perfect place for pollinators to come and do what they do best: pollinate. Because of these pollinators, everyone benefits. The more pollinators we have in the garden, the healthier everyone's plants are. Becoming a bee campus gave us a ton of opportunity to collaborate with our community.
We also got to work with amazing organizations off campus, like the TD Friends of the Environment Foundation, who partnered with us to make this initiative possible. Another example of collaboration
was with master's student and artist Dylan McClernand. He donated his final project, Bank for Bees, which is a sculpture made by natural materials that doubles as a habitat for solitary bees. Bank for Bees currently sits in our community garden as a beautiful piece of art for anyone that comes by, but is also the perfect place for our lovely solitary bees to come and rest their wings after a long day of pollinating.
The University of Calgary is a massive organization, and it requires a ton of collaboration to maintain our sustainability strategy. And that's why our next project, in becoming a bee campus, was vital in showing how we can all work together.
There was a collaboration between the Faculty of Science, the Department of Libraries and Cultural Resources, and the Department of Mechanical and Manufacturing Engineering. They created a digital collection that anyone can access through a simple web page that showcases and catalogs over 100,000 species of native Alberta bees. The purpose of this research is to better understand these bees and other beneficial insects, as well as promote the conservation and protection of these endangered bee species. Lastly, I want to talk to you about our Pollinator Week celebrations. Bees may be these little creatures, but their impact on the environment is immense and far too often goes unnoticed. And that's why, in June, during National Pollinator Week, we like to do our part to thank our pollinators for all the wonderful things they've been doing. Our first annual Pollinator Celebration was in 2019. It included activities like wildflower planting and a BioBlitz, which is a citizen science activity where people observed and identified different plants and animals they could find around them and learn about the biodiversity and the ecosystems that they take for granted every day. During the BioBlitz, people were encouraged to take pictures and upload them to an app called iNaturalist to help them find and identify the different plants and animal species that they live amongst. There was also a bee box building workshop and talks from researchers. This year, our celebration went a little differently due to COVID-19, and we shifted to our first ever virtual Pollinator Week celebration. Each day during Pollinator Week, we shared information and resources through our social media channels to inform our community about the importance of native bees and the threats that they are facing, as well as the actions that anyone could take to support native pollinators. Giveaways of native wildflower seeds and bee boxes. Despite the pandemic, we still managed to have a wonderful celebration to thank the pollinators for the hard work that they do every single day. We are so proud of the work that the University of Calgary has done to become a bee campus, but we know that the work does not stop here. And we are excited to continue to grow and develop this initiative in the years to come to raise awareness on our campus and in our communities about the importance of native pollinators and what we can all do to support them.